Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're plunging into, well, a truly extraordinary world, the Nightside.
Mm.
Picture this, a place where the full moon is like a dozen times bigger than normal, the air's thick, hot, sweaty even, and there's just neon everywhere, blazing come-ons for every kind of sin imaginable.
It's perpetually 3 o'clock in the morning there.
Always, 3 a.m., and the crowds are just surging, everyone looking for, what was the phrase? Dreams and damnations at arc-down prices.
Exactly. And the thing is, the night side isn't just a backdrop, it's like a character itself. It influences every single interaction.
Right.
So our mission today, our deep dive, is to really get into the heart of this dimension. We'll be looking through the eyes of a very particular private investigator.
John Taylor.
John Taylor. And we're going to pull out the surprising bits of knowledge about its bizarre rules, its powerful inhabitants, and even the nature of time and destiny there.
So you're basically getting a shortcut to understanding how even the most fantastical information can give us some really profound insights.
That's the plan.
Okay, so let's unpack the life of this PI, John Taylor. How does someone like him even operate in a place like this? We first meet him on his way to his office for the very first time.
Yeah, that's right. An office set up by his teenage secretary, Cathy.
Teenage secretary, that's quite a team already.
It really is. Cathy sort of adopted him after he rescued her, get this, from a house that tried to eat her.
A house tried to eat her. Seriously.
Seriously. That's the night side for you. And now Cathy runs his business with this, frightening efficiency, even after he accidentally started an angel war.
An angel war. How do you never mind. He tracked down the unholy grail for the Pope, right?
That's the one. So, yeah, Cathy keeps things running despite John.
So what's this office like, the one she set up? I'm picturing something unique.
Well, it's a bit of a contradiction. It's actually in a really upmarket area. High-tech building, gleaming steel, all that.
Okay, sounds professional.
But then you step inside, and it's just glorious chaos. Paper everywhere, folders pile high, even some cuddly toys mixed in.
Cuddly toys.
Yep. But there's a logic to it, kind of.
Yeah.
John points out you can't hack paper in the night side.
Ah, so it's practical. Low-tech security.
Exactly. A real contrast to John himself, who admits he's terrible at, laundry and basic organization.
Okay, so paper protects him from hackers. What about his actual tech? Does he have any?
Oh, does he ever? He has these truly powerful computers,
Yeah.
but they're not laptops or desktops.
No. What are they?
They're a pair of artificial intelligences from a potential future. They just look like steel spheres.
Steel spheres, user-friendly, I'm guessing.
Not in the slightest. They constantly threaten to short-circuit your nervous system if he messes with them.
Yeah.
And they call him primitive.
Charming.
Oh, and Monkey Boy. They call him that too.
Right, so why does he even use them then?
Because they are, and this is their term, datavores, information junkies. They apparently orgasm just thinking about the possibilities for original research in the night side.
They what?
You heard me. They crave the chaos, the data, the paradoxes.
So this strange relationship with tech,
Right.
how does that shape how he handles his cases?
Well, it means his approach isn't really conventional detective work. It's more about leveraging this just raw flood of data and mixing it with his own intuition, using these completely bizarre sources.
Because normal logic doesn't always apply there.
Exactly. Rigid thinking is a weakness in the night side. You have to adapt, trust the weird stuff sometimes.
Okay, so adapting to weird stuff. His current mission sounds like peak weirdness. He needs to go back in time.
Yeah, way back. More than 2,000 years ago.
Whoa, why?
To the very beginnings of the night side. He's trying to uncover the truth about his mother, Lilith.
His mother. Okay, and how do you even do that?
He needs help from Old Father Time himself.
Please call up Old Father Time. Easy peasy.
Well, not quite. Even the AIs, the datavores, find time travel tricky. They call it a fascinating subject, but say you have to think in 5 dimensions.
5 dimensions? What does that even mean?
Basically processing past, present, future, and all the potential what-ifs branching off all at once. They admit they get headaches just thinking about time slips.
I think I'm getting a headache.
Right. The only supposedly reputable source for this kind of travel is the Time Tower.
The Time Tower.
Which Old Father Time apparently brought from somewhere called Shadows Fall for something important, with a capital S, capital I.
Okay, so this isn't your average trip to the past.
Definitely not. It suggests time itself is pretty unstable there.
And just when you think it can't get more complicated,
Yeah.
someone shows up at the office, right?
Yep. Just as they're planning this massive time jump, In walks Eamon Mitchell.
And he seems normal.
Entirely ordinary seeming is the description. But he's got a problem. He says he's being haunted.
Haunted by what? Ghosts?
Nope. By younger versions of himself.
Longer versions, like time-traveling teenage Eamons.
Pretty much. And they're angry. They're accusing the current Eamon of betraying the man they were intended and expected to become.
Wow. Talk about pressure from your past self, literally.
And these younger Eamons, they're using something called probability magic.
Probability magic. Okay, explain that one.
It's described as the power to rewrite history by choosing among alternate time tracks.
So they can change things.
Instantly. The effects are wild. A Spice Girls poster suddenly becomes Twisted Sister.
Okay. Random.
The coffee maker turns into a tease maid. Bulletproof glass warps into stained glass, showing St. Michael with an Uzi.
St. Michael with an Uzi. Got it. Reality is definitely fluid there.
Very. Is history rewriting itself on the fly?
So how does John deal with multiple angry, magic-wielding past selves?
His solution is pretty ingenious, actually.
Yeah.
He somehow gets their probability beams to hit each other.
What happened?
They just vanish. Because, as the book puts it, the universe does like to keep itself tidy.
Poof. Gone. Problem solved.
Not quite. Here's the kicker. The physical changes caused by their magic, they stick around.
So the Twisted Sister poster stays. The Uzi-wielding saint.
Yep. Which, as you can imagine, leads to more problems. And poor Cathy's just furious, wanting someone strung up by the balls.
Can't say I blame her. Her nicely organized, paper-filled office is now full of random timeline residue.
Exactly. And it really drives home a point, doesn't it? Even for us. Actions have consequences, ripples. Even when the cause is gone, the effects can linger.
Small things making big permanent changes. Yeah, that tracks. So after dealing with the Eamon situation, or mostly dealing with it, John decides to take the poor guy for a drink.
Seems like the logical next step in the Nightside. He takes the traumatized Eamon to Strangefellows.
Strangefellows, described as the oldest bar in the world, sounds charming.
It's definitely seedy and sleazy.
Okay.
The description mentions good booze, bad service, and really distressing bar snacks.
Distressing bar snacks? What does that even mean? Peanuts from another dimension?
We can only imagine. Oh, and the furniture is nailed to the floor.
Always a good sign. So who hangs out at Strangefellows?
Well, first there's the owner, Alex Morrissey. He's described as a tall streak of misery.
Lovely.
And he's a descendant of Merlin Satan spawn. Apparently Merlin sometimes just manifests through him.
Merlin. The Merlin. Okay. Who else?
Then we get the grand entrance of Tommy Oblivion.
Tommy Oblivion. Great name. What's his deal?
He's the existential detective.
The existential detective.
Yep. He handles cases that might or might not have actually happened.
Perfect for the Nightside, then.
Absolutely. And apparently he's so persuasive he could talk his own firing squad into shooting each other.
Now that's a skill. So they're at Strangefellows, trying to have a relatively normal, distressing, snack-filled drink. Does it stay calm?
Of course not. This is the Nightside. More Eamons show up.
Oh, come on. How many are there?
Enough. And this time they're armed with wands.
Wands. Okay, probability magic battle round 2.
And it gets messy. A vampire just explodes.
Uh-huh.
Frankenstein's creature apparently dismembers itself, and a demon gets released from under the floorboards. Just another quiet night at Strangefellows.
Right. So how does John handle this chaos? Does he make their wands hit each other?
He uses his gift, his special ability. It's different from regular magic.
How so?
He doesn't really cast spells. He finds the sort of improbable chance that's holding the whole chaotic situation together.
Okay.
And he just blows it out like a candle. He collapses that specific probability. The warring Eamons just vanish again, cease to exist in that moment.
Wow. That's subtle but powerful, unmaking things.
Exactly. And Tommy Oblivion, he sees all this unfold.
And he's hooked.
Instantly. Wants in on the case, doesn't even care about getting paid. He just loves the weirdness.
The existential detective finds his calling. Okay, so now John has Tommy tagging along. Where do they go next to figure out this Eamon-ness?
They head to Eamon's employer, the Widow's Mite Investment Corporation.
Sounds ominous, is it?
The security certainly suggests so. First, they encounter stone statues that come to life and attack them.
Standard.
Then, professional armed guards, actual guns, real threat.
Okay, stepping up.
And finally, the receptionist, described as an Ice Queen secretary, who turns into an 8-foot werewolf.
An 8-foot. Of course she does. So who's behind all this? Clearly not just some angry younger selves.
No, this is where we meet the real puppet master, Count Video. also known as Tristram.
Count Video. What's his story?
He claims he sees every timeline as real, and he can dip a toe into any of them I please.
So he's a master of probability, like the Emons.
Even more so.
Yeah.
And he admits it. He orchestrated the whole Eamon haunting.
Why? Just for fun?
To keep John Taylor busy and distracted? He was doing it on behalf of the authorities.
The authorities? Who are they?
That's the big question, isn't it? It reveals this whole thing was just a sideshow. John's a pawn in some much bigger, multi-dimensional game.
Wow, okay. How does John deal with Count Video, this timeline-hopping mastermind? Another clever probability trick.
No. His solution is decidedly low-tech.
Which is?
He kicks him in the balls.
Seriously, that's it.
Sometimes the simple solutions work best. But Count Video gets the last word. He gives John this chilling prophecy.
Yeah.
He says John is dead in most futures.
Dead in most futures.
That's...
Not comforting.
No. It really highlights how precarious John's existence is. He's constantly walking this incredibly fine line, defying the odds just by surviving. Every step is against probability.
Okay, so after that delightful encounter, they still need to get to the time tower, right? For the original mission.
Right. The journey continues, but things get dangerous again, fast. They get cornered by Walker's shadow men.
Walker, shadow men, what are they?
They're described as two-dimensional, like flat, and they're anti-life entities from a far future where the sun has died.
Anti-life, what does that mean?
It means they don't just kill, they unmake. They erase things from existence. Pure entropy, basically. Really terrifying.
Yikes. How do they fight something like that?
John gets desperate. He uses his gift again, but in a new way. He somehow pulls the Time Tower's defenses towards them.
The tower's defenses?
Yeah, it unleashes this incandescent light that blasts the Shadow Men. But the experience is incredibly powerful and painful for John. He basically vows, I don't think I'll try that again.
Pushing his gift too far. Okay, so they survive the Shadow Men. Do they finally reach the tower?
They do. And the journey inside is weird. It's an elevator that goes down to reach the top.
Down to go up. Makes sense.
Inside, the walls are mirrored. But they don't just show reflections. They show shifting images of possible selves.
Possible selves, like the Emons?
Sort of, but more varied. Gender swap versions, superhero versions, sad clown Pierrot figures.
Wow.
And chillingly dead versions. John sees himself as a vampire, a zombie, a mummy. It's like confronting every path not taken, or maybe paths still possible. A real crisis of identity.
That sounds deeply unsettling. Any other particularly disturbing visions?
For John, yes. The worst is seeing a future version of Suzie Shooter.
Suzie? Shotgun Suzie, his friend.
Yeah. But in this vision, half her face is destroyed, and she's wielding the speaking gun.
The speaking gun? What's that?
A weapon specifically sent back from the future to kill John. It doesn't just shoot bullets. It shoots truths. Realities that erase you from existence.
Oh, God. Seeing Suzie like that, holding the weapon meant to kill him.
It hits him hard. Even John, who's usually so detached, is really shaken by this. Seeing someone he cares about twisted into his potential destroyer.
So they finally reach Old Father Time. Is he helpful? Cryptic? Both?
Definitely cryptic. He helps them set up the journey to the past, but he warns them it might be a one-way ticket.
A one-way trip 2,000 years into the past. High stakes.
Extremely. But despite the risk, Suzie decides to go with John. Tommy Oblivion, too.
Wow. Why does Tommy go? Just for the kicks?
Partly, maybe. But he also says something interesting. He wants to go because he wants to see one true, definite, and incontrovertible thing.
Huh. The existential detective looking for certainty. That's quite a motivation.
It shows how much this journey means, even to him. It's about more than just a case.
So the three of them, they make the jump.
They do. And they arrive.
Where they end up is what they expected.
They land in the 6th century Nightside. And it is drastically different. Stark. Brutal. The streets are filled with humans and, well, non-humans. The air is thick with smoke, filth, just grim.
But it's still the Nightside.
Oh, yeah. The crowded constellations are there, the oversized full moon. It's definitely the Nightside. Just raw, primitive, untamed.
So they made it to the right time period.
Well, maybe not exactly where they intended. There's a suggestion that Lilith, John's mother, intercepted their time jump.
Lilith intercepted them. Why?
Good question. Maybe she didn't want them to see the actual moment of creation. Or maybe she wanted to show John her original vision for the place.
Her vision, which was...
A realm completely free from the pressures of heaven and hell.
Yeah.
A place of pure freedom, maybe? It hints at her grand, possibly flawed ambition.
Okay, so they're in the 6th century, maybe slightly off target. What's the plan now? Find Merlin.
Exactly. They need Merlin, Satan's spawn, in his prime to help them get to the actual creation event.
And how do they convince Merlin in his prime to help?
John has an audacious plan. He's going to offer Merlin news of the future. Specifically, news about the future theft of Merlin's own heart.
He's going to tell Merlin someone's going to steal his heart later. Gutsy move.
Extremely. It sets things up for a whole new level of danger.
Before they get to Merlin, though, they experience this past Nightside firsthand, right? Like at the Londinium Club.
Right. And it really shows the brutality of the time. The club has these sexually explicit Roman bas-reliefs and a ceiling mosaic of Lilith's face. She's already a power here.
And John does something controversial there.
Yeah, this is a really complex moment. To create a diversion, he frees a chained witch.
Freeze a witch sounds like a good deed.
But it unleashes absolute chaos, widespread destruction. He did it purely as a distraction to help them escape.
So a morally gray choice, to say the least.
Definitely. It highlights the kind of compromises you have to make in the Nightside. Sometimes the right action has terrible consequences, or you do something questionable for a necessary goal. Ends justifying the means, maybe?
A tough question in a tough world. Okay, so after the Londinium Club chaos, do they finally reach Merlin?
They do. They find him at Avalon, which isn't some misty isle here.
No. What is it?
It's the oldest bar, apparently even older than Strangefellows. And it's a tower made of stained and discolored bones.
A tower of bones. Yeah. Nice. And Merlin himself.
He's formidable, terrifying even. Described as a nature god, smelling of sweat and shit and animal musk.
Wow. Primal. Not the wise old wizard figure.
Not at all. This is Merlin in his raw power.
So what's John's plan now? He told Merlin about his heart being stolen. Does he intend to be the one to steal it?
That seems to be the implication. He needs the heart because it apparently contains a large portion of his magic.
To power their journey further back in time.
That's the idea. It's incredibly risky. And Tommy calls him out on it.
Tommy does. What does he say?
He accuses John of brutality and says this whole thing feels like a vindictive vendetta against his mother, Lilith.
Oof, harsh words. Is he right?
It's complex. But Suzie defends John. Even though she's been hurt, lost things because of him, she says he's earned the right to be trusted.
Wow. That's powerful loyalty. It really shows the depth of their connection, despite everything.
It does. It underlines the ambiguity of the mission and the trust they have.
Does the confrontation with Merlin happen immediately? Or is there more trouble first?
Oh, there's more trouble. They get caught up in the wild hunt.
The wild hunt, led by
Herne the Hunter and his monstrous court. Yeah. It's described as absolutely harrowing.
How do they survive that? John's already injured, right?
Severely injured. But he manages to outwit Herne. He plays on Herne's pride, saves Suzie, and they escape on Herne's own moon stallion.
Outsmarts a god while injured and saves the day. Classic John Taylor, I guess.
And then, finally, they arrive.
At the moment of creation.
Yes. A clearing in a forest, a place where the Nightside hadn't happened yet.
What's it like?
It's described as raw potential. You can feel the dreams and nightmares of the land gathering, the primal forces that will eventually become the creatures of the Nightside.
Shaped by human fears and needs.
Exactly. It suggests that even this fantastical place has its roots deep in us, in humanity, our own consciousness shaping reality.
Wow. A heavy moment. Is there any personal time amidst this cosmic stuff?
Surprisingly, yes. There's this quiet, tender moment between John and Suzie.
Really? What happens?
He kisses her scarred face, tells her he loves her.
Whoa. John Taylor says, I love you.
He does. And her response is just perfectly Suzie. She says, I care for you, John, as much as I can.
As much as I can. That's heartbreakingly honest.
It really is a small moment of connection right at the dawn of this chaotic world.
Okay, so they're there. They witness Lilith actually creating the Nightside.
They do. Yeah. And it's initially stunning. A city of light and splendor. Beautiful.
Sounds amazing, her original vision.
Yes, but John sees it differently. He recognizes it immediately as an ideal, a fantasy impressed on reality. It's not a functional city, not built for living.
Just a concept.
Pretty much. And he realizes Lilith will eventually tear it down herself.
Why? If it's her perfect vision.
To restore the purity of it. Because, as John figures, good and evil and consequences have a way of creeping in whenever people get together.
So her utopia is flawed because people ruin everything.
Essentially. True freedom from consequences, her ideal, just doesn't work when actual beings with free will are involved. It's a profound insight into why paradise is so hard to build or maintain.
Then heaven and hell show up to the party.
Right on cue. The angels, Gabriel and the Baphomet, arrive, and they want to intervene.
Oh.
They want to possess John and Suzie, use them as vessels to destroy Lilith.
Destroy her? Why do they care so much about her little experiment?
They claim to take the long view. It's not about Lilith now. It's about the dangerous creatures and powers this freedom from responsibility will someday produce.
So they want to prevent future problems by eliminating the source. Preemptive strike.
Exactly. Protect humanity down the line from the chaos the Nightside will inevitably unleash.
So John has a choice. Let the angels use him to destroy his mother, the creator of his world, or not. What does he do?
This is the ultimate decision, right? And he rejects the angels. He refuses to destroy her.
He saves her. Why?
His reasoning is fascinating. He says, humanity had to have its chance, but so did she.
He gives her a chance, too, even after everything.
Yeah. It shows his own moral compass, maybe. It's definitely a nuanced choice. He doesn't just pick a side.
So he doesn't destroy her, but he doesn't just walk away either.
No. He uses his gift one more time. He pulls her living energy, her power from her, leaving her helpless but alive.
So he neutralizes her, stops her plan, but doesn't kill her. Finds a third way.
Exactly. He intervenes, reshapes the situation, but avoids pure destruction. He acts almost like an architect of a new possibility, rather than just a destroyer.
But then, back in the present, back in Strangefellows, he says something completely contradictory, doesn't he?
He does. It's the final paradox. After saving Lilith, after saying she deserved a chance, he announces he plans to raise an army to destroy her.
To destroy her. After all that, why the change?
And he says, she was never my mother, not in any way that mattered.
Wow. So saving her wasn't about saving her, maybe, but saving the principle, or humanity's chance. And now he sees her as just a problem to be solved.
That seems to be the implication. A truly complex ending to an absolutely epic journey through time and reality.
What an incredible journey, honestly. Through the Nightside's chaos, its brutal past, right to the moment of its creation. We've seen John Taylor, this bundle of contradictions, fight gods, deal with time paradoxes, face his own destiny, his own potential selves.
And confront the mother who literally shaped his world, only to, well, reject her in the end.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And I think this deep dive really shows us something important. True knowledge, especially in a place like that, isn't always neat facts and easy answers, is it?
Definitely not.
It's about seeing the connections, this intricate web, understanding that even the weirdest details, the strangest rules can hold real meaning, and how personal choices, personal feelings can literally ripple out and have cosmic consequences.
John's journey really hammered that home. Sometimes you have to dive right into the mess to find any kind of clarity. Yeah.
And his whole quest for truth. It feels like a reminder, maybe, that even when the rules seem impossible, maybe you can change them.
Or at least bend them significantly.
Right. And when you're lost, surrounded by contradictions, maybe the only way out really is to go straight through the heart of it all.
It's a powerful idea. Facing the impossible head on.
So, thinking about all this,
Yeah.
what does it mean for you listening right now?
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it? In our world, maybe not as chaotic as the Nightside, but definitely full of information overload, conflicting realities.
How do you choose your path when things feel impossible?
And maybe more importantly, how do you decide what truly matters to you when every choice seems to have unforeseen consequences? What compromises are you willing to make?
Something to think about.